And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, back here again on a Tuesday night for the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. And including this race, we have 4 races left remaining in the season. And something I want to point out right away here tonight is we said last night we have a heated points battle between Chris Carroll and Thomas Axum for the super late models. But tonight, 2 more drivers are in a heated battle for a championship title here in the Tour Modified Series, and that's the 21 of Kyle O'Danick and the 52 of Jason Day. 3 points separating these 2 drivers for a championship here on Tuesday nights. So once we complete this race with 3 races left and a championship battle heating up, make sure you tune in to True Sim Productions for all the action here for the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. Only about 2.5 minutes left in practice, waiting to get word from race control to head down trackside for pre-race ceremonies. And while we do that, we're taking a look at the number 42 of Kyle Wildman Wellman out here in his number 42 Tour Modified here at USA International Speedway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting word from race control. It's time for these drivers to start bringing it down pit side and get ready for qualifying. While they're doing that, if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's National Anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube and give Josh a good old subscription over there. Heading into qualifying, 5 minutes, 2 laps. Who's going to be one of the first drivers to head out on track? Looks like Kyle Wildman Wellman's getting ready to head out there. So far, one of the only drivers to go out right now. Now Jason Raymond, Brian Zimmerman, they're going to be heading out as well. Looks like might be some issues for the number 42. He's going to bring it back down pit road. Let's take a look at the number 28 of Brian Zimmerman, taking the green flag for his qualifying run here tonight at USA International. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. It's going to be a low-line racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to want to wrap the bottom side right there, right up against that yellow line, coming out of turn number 4 and across the line for his first lap for Brian Zimmerman. He's going to go second fastest with a 19.95. Jason Raymond to the top of the board with a 19.90. Jason Day, second in points, 19.96, good enough for third. Brian Zimmerman coming out of turn number 4 to complete his second lap. Across the line. Is it going to be any better? It is a little bit better, but not enough to knock Raymond off the pole because Raymond goes faster. A 19.85 for provisional pole right now. Jason Day bumps both of them down one spot. A 19.82 for the number 52 of Jason Day. If he can start on the pole here tonight, that's going to be good for him going in to tonight with only a 3-point gap between him and Kyle O'Danick. Speaking of Kyle O'Danick in the 21, he's out on track right now. Just turned his first lap, a 20.05. They're in 6th position. Getting real loose coming out of turn 4. And across the line, O'Danick good enough for 5th with a 20.01. Jason Day holding on to provisional pole right now. Scott Smith just finished up his qualifying run as well. Good enough for 7th position. Let's see who we got out on track now. Brandon Mettler getting sideways here in qualifying. Keep it off the inside wall. Mettler, good job. Gonna try and get it rolling again. Hopefully he didn't flat spot them tires and hurt the rubber underneath that car and get a good qualifying run here. Green flag for Brandon. Let's see what he can do. Out of turn number 4 for Brandon Mettler's first lap, I believe. Now this would be a second lap. First lap got invalidated. Lap 2, good enough for 4th, so a good bounce back for the number 15 of Brandon Mettler. Gets up into 4th position with a 19.95. About a minute and a half left in qualifying right here. Caleb B. Thompson looks like he might be heading out on track here very shortly, sitting on the end of pit road. Zach Murphy's out on track in the number 29. Zach Murphy has always been a name that's been up near the front as well in the top 5. Let's see where he can put it here tonight. Out of turn number 4, getting real sideways. We've seen a few drivers struggle with that so far. We're going to have to watch that in the race. First lap's going to be good enough for 10th place, a 20.16 for the 29 of Zach Murphy down the back straightaway for his second lap of qualifying. Out of turn 4 and across the line for Zach Murphy. A little bit slower, 20.18 second time around for the number 29. So 33 seconds remaining on the clock here in qualifying. I think everybody who wanted to take a time has. Starting from the back this evening, last week's winner, the number 4 of Tanner Marr. So Tanner Marr will be going to the rear of the field this evening. All right, and that's going to wrap up qualifying here tonight at USA International Speedway. It's time to get ready to go here tonight. Everybody's getting ready to go. Everybody's gridding really quick here tonight. Let's start getting through that grid. Jason Day in the number 52 is going to be your pole sitter here tonight with Jason Raymond in the number 44 to his outside. Brian Zimmerman's rolling off P3 tonight with Brandon Mettler in the 15 starting to his outside in 4th. Derek Stanley in the number 22 is going to be starting in 5th position with Kyle O'Danick in the 21 to his outside in 6th. Kyle Wellman in the 42 is going to be starting in 7th with Scott Smith in the 53 to his outside in 8th. Mike Hamlin, first-time racer here in this series. He's going to be starting in 9th position in the number 11 with Zach Murphy in the number 29 starting in 10th. Back it up a little bit. Jason Gordon and Mitchell Muma back there in 11th and 12th. Scott Bryant in 83 is going to be starting 13th with Chummy Miller to his outside in the 06. Chris Sawyer in that 66 machine is going to be rolling off 15th with Jeffrey Miller to his outside in 16th. Tanner Marr again to the rear of the field, being last week's winner. He's going to be starting 17th. Caleb B. Thompson is going to be starting 18th. And then let's go through the rest of the field. Chris Clark, Brian Treadwell, Destin Lamb, Jacob Lamb, Gary Wright, Jeff Clifton. And then Thomas Bergeron rounding out your field for tonight's event. Drivers are getting the 1-2 go signal from the flagman here. Getting them tires heated up, getting ready to go here for 125 laps at USA International Speedway. Hope everybody's ready to go. I know we are here at True Sim Productions. With only 3 races left, this championship battle is going to get heated up here tonight. Coming out of turn number 4, flagman has the green flag in the air, and it's green flag racing here at USA International Speedway. Down into turns 1 and 2 is going to be side by side for the race lead. You see Jason Raymond trying to hold on to the outside there, going down the back straightaway. Jason Day's doing a good job, though, holding on to the inside line. Raymond had a good run down the back straightaway. Good battle for the lead here on lap 1. Coming out of turn number 4, Jason Raymond's going to get a big wiggle coming out of 4. It's going to allow Jason to go ahead and get around him and maintain the race lead. So now Jason Day's just got to get in a rhythm and start pulling away from these guys. Let's go a little bit further back. Brandon Medler under pressure from Kyle O'Danick and Derek Stanley right now as we go down into turns 1 and 2, lap 2 of 125. So Brian Zimmerman just ran the fastest lap of the race, and unfortunately we're going to be under the yellow flag here. I think it might have been the 48 of Brian Treadwell. Let's go back and take a look. Yeah, it comes off the corner. Looks like he tries to avoid getting into, I'm not sure who that was. Let's go back and take one more look. The 79. Oh, it actually looks like Miller could have came down as well. So Brian Treadwell involved with this first accident here tonight at USA, lap 4 of 125. Jason Day did a good job trying to hold off Raymond, and we know Raymond. We saw him. He got off turn 4. Saw it happen to a bunch of guys in qualifying. Just got a little bit loose. Them cold tires, it's going to take a lap or 2 for them to heat up. Looks like we had a couple of drivers decide to come down pit road. Mike Hamlin in that country time number 11. He was one of those drivers here to pit on lap 4. Same with Chris Sawyer in the 66. Maybe a little bit of strategy going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These drivers can only go about 65 to 75 laps on fuel. And I was also told by one of the drivers that right side tires are something you're going to have to manage here tonight. Left side's not so much, but them right side tires, you really got to take care of them here at USA. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that like button. Helps us out a ton. We're going to double them back up, re-rack them, restack them, and fire them back off here at USA. Lap 7 of 125. All right, everybody, this restart's going to be in the hands of Jason Day coming out of turn 4. Green flag is back out in the air. Great jump there for the number 52 down into turns 1 and 2. He's going to be able to clear Brian Zimmerman. But they're going to be 2x2 back here. Kyle O'Danick trying to make a run here for 4th position. On the inside of Brandon Mettler, they're going to be side by side as they go through the center of the corner here. And now Kyle Wellman underneath Derek Stanley for 6th. Wellman got around Stanley. Now Stanley stuck up on the top side of the racetrack. Zach Murphy looking to the bottom now. Stanley's going to go backwards if he can't get a run and get down to the bottom side of the racetrack here. As you see Scott Smith even trying to stay on the back bumper of Zach Murphy and try and kind of follow him through. Should see the 53. No, see Derek Stanley. He saw the gap. He shot down to the bottom side of the racetrack, got in line. Everybody single filed out, giving each other a lot of room here. Coming to take a lap 11 of 125. Jason Day just set the fastest lap of the race thus far in 19.95. Day out there putting some good lap times down, and now Jason Raymond answers back with a 19.84 fastest lap of the race. Problems for the number 15 of Brandon Mettler. Let's go back and see what happened. He's side by side with Kyle Wellman here. He just gets loose out of the corner. Oh, and a few good drivers involved with this one. Mike Hamlin doing a good job slowing up, getting through there. A lot of these guys in the back. You got Chris Clark back there. Dustin Lamb and Jacob Lamb, they got through it. Doesn't look like the 15 has a whole lot of damage, but definitely going to hurt that Tour Modified. Speaking of Brandon Mettler, how about we take this opportunity to take a quick commercial break and shout out BAM Racing Videos. We'll be right back.
With the whole shot. Burrows gets wadded up right there. We got a nasty one.
3 laps here. We're underway here at Horsepower Bar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it there. Go check out BAM Racing Videos. I'm pretty sure he is on every major social media platform, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Go check it out. Great content over there. Looks like pace car lights are going to go off this time by. Flagman one finger in the air. Field going to be in the hands of Jason Day once again on this restart. Lap 16 of 125. Out of turn number 4, Jason Day fires him off, and we're back underway. Another great start for the 52 of Jason Day as we go down into turns 1 and 2. It's going to be side by side for second place here. Jason Raymond looking underneath Brian Zimmerman. Zimmerman's going to have a run going down the back straightaway. But look here, Kyle O'Danick. He's going to try and get right on the back bumper of Jason Raymond and try and follow him through here. See Zimmy gets a little loose coming off 4, going to lose a little bit of momentum as they go back down into turns 1 and 2. Now he's under pressure from Kyle O'Danick. O'Danick looking to take over third spot. How about Jason Korn back here in the number 39? Up 6 spots from the start of this race, sitting there in the top 5. Let's go back and take a look at the number 4, Tanner Marr. Now looking to the inside of the 20 of Jacob Lamb. Now, Tanner had to start from the rear of the field, being last week's winner, already up 5 spots now. Put Tanner Marr in 12th. Brandon Mettler back there, he was involved in that last caution. Now, underneath Scott Smith, looking to take over the 16th position. And how about Mike Hamlin? He pit on lap 13. Probably trying to play a little bit of a fuel strategy here in that number 11. He's currently sitting 15th and trying to work his way up through the field. Scott Smith just got passed by Brandon Mettler. Scott Smith was involved in that one accident a few laps ago as well. Sitting back there in 17th position. Right behind him is Caleb B. Thompson. Chris Sawyer and Derek Stanley back there. Derek Stanley trying to work his way back up as well. He was also involved in a little accident. Last pit on lap 12. Go back up to the front of the field. Jason Raymond starting to hunt down our leader, Jason Day. As we go down into turns 3 and 4, there's the gap. And you go a little bit further back, about a second to Kyle O'Danick. As we got a battle for the lead heating up. Raymond all over the back bumper. Jason Day as we go down into turns 1 and 2. Lap 23 of 125 here at USA International Speedway. Out of turn number 4, it looks like Jason Raymond gets a really good run through the center of the corner. Just can't figure out a way to get around the 52 right now. The 52 is being really consistent, setting good lap times. A little bit faster than the number 44 last time by. You see it. See the gap right there, extending a little bit going on the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. And while all this is going on, Kyle O'Danick is staying a solid second behind these guys fighting for the lead. O'Danick is running pretty good lap times, though. The top 3 last time by, almost identical. Leader a 9.2, Raymond a 9.2, and the third place, Kyle O'Danick a 9.1. Then we go back to Brian Zimmerman, who was actually faster than the top 3. He ran a 19.84. Everybody pretty much single filed out right now, taking lap 26 of 125. Looks like we're going to get a good green flag run going here tonight at USA. Raymond still all over the back bumper of Jason Day. Let's kind of go through the field. Jason Day, race leader. Jason Raymond running second. And we go about a second back to Kyle O'Danick. They're running in the third position. Then we go back to fourth place, Brian Zimmerman. Kyle Wildman Wellman out there, holding on to that 5th spot. Jason Korn right behind him. Mitchell Muma's having a good run here tonight, sitting back there in 7th. Tanner Marr already up 9 positions since the start of this race. Sitting back there in the 8th spot, doing a good job trying to get his way up through the field, but one of those drivers who has not pit yet. And remember, they can only go about 65 to 75 laps on fuel here this evening. Let's go back to 9th place, the 83 of Scott Bryant. Right behind him, rounding out the 10th, top 10 is Dustin Lamb. Gary Wright right behind him in 11th. And Mike Hamlin, one of the drivers first to pit. On lap 13, sorry, I'm trying to read a bunch of stuff at once here, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Hamlin, one of those drivers first to pit back on lap 13. He's back there in 12th, slowly working his way up through the field, doing a good job. Brandon Mettler, involved in that one accident, finds his way back up into the 13th position, trying to bounce back from that accident. Same with Scott Smith in the 53, back there in 14th. Caleb B. Thompson sitting back here in the 15th position right behind these guys. And then we got to go a little bit further back. We got Chris Sawyer in the number 66. Then Chummy Miller in the 06 back there holding on to the 17th position with Derek Stanley right behind him, the number 22. We're going to go a little bit further back to Jeffrey Miller in the number 79 holding on to that 19th position with Chris Clark in 20th. Jacob Lamb holding on to 21st in that number 20. Brian Treadwell, first car, 1 lap down in 22nd. And Zach Murphy, the second car, 1 lap down there in 23rd. Looks like Zach actually is 2 laps down, I believe. Thomas Bergeron, not on track. Jeff Clifton, not on track. So, that's a little bit of a through the field, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back up to this race lead. They're still battling it out. Jason Day, still your race leader. Jason Raymond trying to get around him, but look at this. How about Kyle O'Danick getting his hat in the mix here? Lap 37 of 125. He's getting a good run through the center of the corner. Might have enough momentum to take a peek to the inside of Jason Raymond in 3 and 4. He doesn't. He's going to stay in line here going through 3 and 4. Now, here's an interesting thing. You see O'Danick running a little bit higher of a line on the entry of the corner. I'm wondering if that's giving him enough momentum to get through the corner and get up to the back bumper of these guys. Great racing going on right now. Lap 39 of 125, Jason Day, still your race leader. He's going to be starting to catch some lap traffic here rather quickly. It looks like the 20 of Jacob Lamb, they're catching up to him pretty quick. Yellow flag is out. Looks like this is going to be a big one, everybody. Let's go back and see what happened. Few drivers involved with this one. Looks like the 83 of Scott Bryant gets loose. And a bunch of guys are just kind of coming in late. Scott Smith looks like he might have got the worst of it. Okay, so it looks like there might have been a little bit of contact there between the 53 and the 83. And you saw Scotty tried to kind of lift and, let the 83 catch it, but everybody else didn't see the checkup, and these guys are going to have a little bit more damage here this evening. All right, so now what do you do, everybody? I see the race leader on pit road. Jason Day coming down pit road, taking right side tires. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to be a good call. I know that they have to take right side tires at some point, but I'm wondering if this might be a little too early for something like that. So Jason Raymond, I think, might be on a good strategy here. He stayed out. Now, we got a good green flag run there, but there's nothing saying that in 10 laps we could get another yellow. And Raymond could come down, get fresh tires. Raymond would have the freshest tires out on track Same with Brandon Mettler, but Brandon Mettler came down and pit on lap 14 when he was involved in that one accident. Got that damage fixed and got some fuel in that Tour Modified. Now sitting in second. Brian Zimmerman was able to come out ahead of Jason Day. He's now in third. It's showing Zach Murphy sitting right here behind first and second. Murphy was trying to get the wave around, but he's not going to be able to get that now because we had two drivers stay out, Jason Raymond and Brandon Mettler. If those guys would have pit, Murphy would have been able to get the wave around, but unfortunately, race control probably going to put him back to the tail end of the longest line. O'Danick came out of the pits behind Jason Day. Jason Day, let's actually talk about lap times, or not lap times, but pit stop times here. A total time on pit road for the number 52 was a 43.88 compared to O'Danick's 42.65. And then if we look at pit times alone, 14.23 for the number 52 and a 13.97 for the 21. And we all know with this racing stuff, those pit stops are key. Now they're going to be lining up right next to each other. This is a battle for the championship pretty much right here with 3 races left. No holds bar, elbows out. Pace car lights are off. We're going to fire them back off this time around. Lap 44 of 125 complete here tonight. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, there is no choose cone in this series anymore. The choose cone has been done away with. I just want to keep reminding everybody, I know we've been doing that for the first few weeks of this series, but admins of the league decided to remove that rule. So we're lining up as iRacing intended. Jason Raymond on the inside, Brandon Mettler on the outside. It's in control of the 44. Fires them off, we're back underway. Barreling down into turns 1 and 2 once again. Brian Zimmerman's going to take a peek to the inside of Brandon Mettler. He's got a good run, might be able to clear him here coming off the corner. Now remember, Zimmerman on fresh tires. Mettler is not. He's going to slide up, almost get into the 15 there through the center of 3 and 4. It's going to allow Jason Day to take a peek underneath the 15, but Day's going to go ahead and let Mettler collect it, try to get a run at him again here in a couple of laps. Yellow flag back out on the speedway. Looks like it might have been the 83, 29, 91, and 06 involved. Let's go back and take a look. We're riding with Zach Murphy here going out on the 1 and 2. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's unfortunate for the 83. It looks like the same thing happened to him again in the same corner. Zach Murphy just goes down in the corner, gets into the back of him, and takes out a few good race cars in the mix. We see Chris Clark got spun around there. Let's go back and see. Looks like he might have just been trying to avoid it. Yeah, he just checks up, tries to avoid it. And old Chummy Miller in the 06 as well. He tries to go low, and Zach Murphy comes down and gets into him. Gives him a little bit of damage on that right-hand Nerf bar. Back under caution here once again at USA. So Jason Raymond, see, this is exactly what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Raymond now comes down pit road, taking them right side tires. He's gonna have a few laps better, fresher tires than these guys. Not sure how much it's gonna affect him here tonight. And now he also has to work his way back up from almost 14th spot to try and get this win. Still almost 77 laps to go, I'd say. Still a long way to do it, but he's got his work cut out for him. Tanner Marr's been trying to work his way from the back all night long, sitting there in 8th, and it took him 48 laps to get to where he's at. Even with Mike Hamlin. Mike Hamlin was in the back for a while and starting to work his way up towards the front here. These guys know it's time to go, right? Like, it's okay to ride in the back a little bit, come down, get some fuel, make sure you can make it the rest of the way. Whatever your strategy is, but the key is now to be getting back up through that field. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a real quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The Butt Kicker Gamer 2. What you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're re-racking them, restacking them, and going to fire them off one more time here at USA International. Brian Zimmerman, your race leader, going to fire them off coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is back out in the air. Side by side as they go down into turns 1 and 2 here for third place. Battle for the championship basically right here. Oh, Jason Cord going around. Oh my, big pile up. Tanner Marr and still getting hit after he's already been stopped. Oh man, a lot of cars involved with this one. I'm showing the 4 of Tanner Marr, 39, 98, the 10, the 11, the 44 of Jason Raymond got a piece of this. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. Oh wow, it looks like, yeah, the 39 just gets hooked. Everybody trying to avoid what's going on. We see Tanner Marr. He's turned around right there. Let's see what happened to Tanner. Oh, just wrong place, wrong time for the number 4. And I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as a driver, that is baffling when that happens. Because you're going straight, you think everything's good, and all of a sudden, bam, you're facing the wrong direction. Oh my, even Zach Murphy's backwards here. What happened to the 29? Tried to get on the brakes to avoid it. Great job by Zach Murphy to avoid it. He spun it around, but he didn't hit nothing. Good job by the number 29, Zach Murphy. Everybody tries to get it going back again. Unfortunate wreck here tonight. Now, more drivers on pit road. Jason Raymond's back down pit road trying to probably get a little bit of that damage scuffed out. Also, I haven't asked anybody in chat, who are you going for tonight? Who's the driver? Now, I know who my pick is, but I'm not going to announce it because every time I do, they wreck. But if you got a driver out there, give me a number, give me a name, let me know who you're going for, and let them know when they go back and watch the broadcast later. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had to step away for just a second. We are back. Didn't want to go to a commercial. So these guys are getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Going to be lap 58 when they take the green flag. Still a long way to go in this one. Anything can happen. Brian Zimmerman, your race leader. Brandon Mettler on the outside of the front row. And our championship contenders, Kyle O'Danick on the inside there in third. Jason Day in fourth. Pace car is off. Out of turn number 4 once again. Brian Zimmerman fires them off, and we're back underway. Zimmerman got a good launch as they go down into 1 and 2. O'Danick holding on to the bottom side of the racetrack. Looks like Day might have gotten a little tight there. Gonna have some good momentum coming off the corner, but he's gonna have to get down to the bottom side of the racetrack to try and get that third position back from Kyle O'Danick. As Mitchell Muma now looking to the inside of Jason Day, almost side-by-side contact. Kyle Wildman Wellman back there making a peek to the outside to the number 98. Jason Day gets down in line. They're single file here all the way back to about 8th. Jason Raymond back there trying to work his way back up through the field. Tanner Marr back there holding on to 9th. Jason Raymond, fastest lap of the race that time by a 19.64 with them fresh tires. Jason Raymond is coming. Coming out of turn 4, Brandon Mettler starting to get on the back bumper of Brian Zimmerman as they go down into turns 1 and 2 again. Out of turn 2, and Kyle O'Danick is also starting to reel these guys in. And I want to talk about their lap times again, ladies and gentlemen. Top 3, I'm going to read them off in order. A 7-1, 7-3, 7-2. Almost identical lap times between the top 3 right now. Jason Day, a 19.69 that time by. Fastest car on the racetrack. Got a looker for the lead here. Brian Zimmerman is under fire from Brandon Mettler. Mettler side by side down the back straightaway for the race lead. And now this is not good for Brian Zimmerman because look, O'Danick right on the back bumper. Oh, looks like Mettler might have got a little loose. Zimmerman's going to come down in front of him. Great move by the 28 to retake the race lead. Lap 64 of 125 here as they go down the back straightaway. Jason Day looking to the inside of O'Danick. How about the 98 of Mitchell Muma up here in 5th spot? Doing a great job here tonight. Side by side here, Kyle O'Danick, Brandon Mettler. O'Danick to the top side of the racetrack. Mettler to the bottom side. O'Danick trying to make a move on the high side. Just can't get it. He has the momentum coming off the corner, but when they go down in the corner, Mettler gets them every time. You see right here, Mettler's going to get the advantage, and then as soon as they come off the corner, watch the run O'Danick gets down the back straightaway. He is trying really hard to pass Mettler on this top side, but I don't think it's going to work. And now Jason Day trying to look to the inside of O'Danick. Not going to work. They're going to single file back out and try it again. All this racing, though, is allowing Jason Raymond to catch up to this pack. Throw a blanket over your top 5, almost top 6 here, coming to take lap 68. So Brian Zimmerman starting to distance himself just a little bit. That's really all he needs right now. Just he needs to keep that little bit of distance, make sure nobody can make a run on him. Get in that rhythm. Lap 69 of 125. O'Danick looks like he wants to make a move coming off the corner, but he just can't get the power down quick enough to get a tire on that left rear quarter panel. Mettler's going to get a little loose. This might be the advantage that O'Danick needs right here as they go down into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway one more time. into 3 and 4. O'Danick running a little bit higher, kind of cutting the modified down the racetrack, coming off the corner, trying to get a run on Mettler down the straightaway. Yellow flag back out in the air. Looks like maybe the number 89 and 29 might have been involved. Let's go back and take a look. Oh, yeah, 83 looks at the inside of Murphy. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's hard to tell. I mean, we can go back and look at Gary Wright's angle of it. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough to say. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We'll let you be the call on that one. I don't know who to put that on, to be brutally honest. Take a look at it one more time from the chopper. It looks like the 89 goes in, but it also looks like the 29 comes down on him. I mean, the 89 had a nose there. So I don't know. We'll let the chat decide on that one like we always do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker, the future is feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're double back up one more time. Brian Zimmerman's going to fire him off. We're back underway here at USA. Back down into turns 1 and 2. Brian Zimmerman's got a good jump on the field right now. How about Jason Day looking to the inside of Kyle O'Danick? O'Danick fighting hard on the outside, trying to hold on to second. Day's doing a good job rolling the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to bring Jason Raymond along with him. Raymond's got an edge on O'Danick going down into 1 and 2. And how about Raymond making his way back up through the field here after getting involved with an accident and pitting late? Doing a good job here Looking to the inside of the 21 as they go down into turns 3 and 4. Jason Day tries to slide up in front of O'Danick, but just didn't have him clear. Looks like Jason Day is going to get him right here. Now Raymond to the inside of O'Danick. Down the back straightaway. 47 laps to go. Mitchell Muma doing a good job holding on. Oh, man. I don't know if you caught that, but I sure did, ladies and gentlemen. His hands were moving inside that Tour Modified coming off at turn number 4. Mitchell Muma doing a good job keeping that car straight, hanging on to it. We know it's loose coming off the corner here at USA. All these drivers have been struggling with that all night long. As you see, it looks like even Jason Raymond might have had a little wiggle there coming off turn 4. He's lost a little bit of ground to Kyle O'Danick. We know that Raymond is on a little bit fresher tires than these guys. He's got to get back in a rhythm here if he's going to make something happen here tonight. And now Mitchell Muma and 44 are going to get together and go around. Quite a few people involved with this one. Let's go back and see what happened. Down into 3 and 4. Yeah, I mean, the gap was there for a split second for the number 98, and then it closed. I mean, you see Raymond kind of diamonds the corner, cuts it down the racetrack, and yeah, it almost looks like the 98 just gets in the left rear. Tanner Marr, unfortunately, again involved with this one. Tries to avoid it. Down the racetrack, into the inside retaining wall. So not a good night for the number 4 of Tanner Marr. On pit road, heavy damage. So I'm thinking the pit strategy is kind of out the window at this point. We're under 50 laps to go. We know these drivers can do about 65 to 75 laps on fuel. Most of these guys have come down pit road and taken the right side tires. I think it's really just going to be a battle to the end here. Not many laps to go. So again, who do you got, ladies and gentlemen? I know who I got, and he's looking really good right now, but that's all the information I'm going to give. I don't want to jinx the drivers anymore. You give that old broadcaster's curse. Brian Zimmerman's looking good, though. He's been back there. He started 3rd. Been up in the lead, dropped back up to the lead again. He's been doing really good holding on to that lead every restart, managing it, staying in that rhythm. Jason Day has also been one of those drivers. He's been kind of near the back, worked his way back up, fell back a little bit again, worked his way back up again, sitting there in 2nd. Kyle O'Danick, your championship leader right now. Only 3 points over Jason Day. 3 races left in the season after tonight. You know these two are going to be racing hard here. Under 50 laps to go. There we go. I see John out there. Number 21, let's go. Hey. He's having a good run right now. He's going to have a good advantage here starting on the inside. Jason Day's kind of at a little bit of a disadvantage starting on the outside next to Zimmerman right there. So look for O'Danick to make a move here going down into turn 1 to try and take over 2nd position. Every point is going to matter from here on out, and these drivers know that. Coming out of turn number 4 in the hands of Brian Zimmerman once again. Fires them off, green flag back out in the air. O'Danick got a pretty decent restart, but not as good as Jason Day. Day was able to get a great jump and come down and clear the 21. So nothing really changed there. Zimmerman up in the lead. Day in second, and Kyle O'Danick third. Mitchell Muma is there in fourth. Throw a blanket over the top three. 38 laps to go right now. Jason Day needs to get another race win to take over this championship lead. He doesn't want to see that number 21 in his rearview mirror right now, I tell you that much. Going for a championship, I would not want to see that 21 right behind me. Down into turns 1 and 2, Brian Zimmerman starting to gap these guys just a little bit. Only a 2/10 gap, but he is getting into a good rhythm here. Jason Day trying to stay on the back bumper, trying to make something happen here with 37 laps to go. Kyle O'Danick now looking to the inside. He's going to turn the 52. And oh my goodness, you could not get any more lucky than that if you're Jason Day and Kyle O'Danick. O'Danick got into the left rear quarter panel, kind of helped get Day straightened back out. We're under caution, but these two got to keep their position. The amount of luck there, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what. Let's go back and take another look at it. See it right here. Through 3 and 4, just gets into the back of the 52, but 98 did a good job checking up. Didn't get into the back of the 21, didn't push him into the 52 to turn him more around. Straightened him back out. I tell you what, that was a good job. Good driving on these drivers' parts. I tell you, that was awesome. We're under caution once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go shout out the sponsors one more time. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
Back alive here on True Sim Productions, and ladies and gentlemen, that's SavageEdge.com you just saw. Go check them out and get yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt. Corey does great work. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing, but we have a driver who is in the infield care center right now, or is actually, he's just getting out of the infield care center, and that's the number 4, Tanner Marr. Bringing him up here, we're going to talk to him a little bit. Tanner, what's going on out there, man?
Maybe. They just running over each other. I've missed the last 15 laps or so dealing with other stuff, but you see the field is thinning out. Got a great battle going on up front, and we're wrecking for 15th.
Well, hey, they're getting ready to go back green flag race, and Brian Zimmerman just got another good restart. And how about this? How about that last caution? Did you see that? The 52 and 21? I mean, the most luckiest caution ever.
Ooh, gosh.
Caution's back out.
My, oh my. If you would share your screen to me. But I didn't physically see it. I heard it. I heard him talking about it as he was saving it. But nope, I did not get to see it. I heard it was pretty spectacular. Now curious to see what happened this go around with this caution.
All right, well, it seems like I got a couple of things going on here. I'm not sure if it was this or not. Let's go back and take a look. Looks like Wellman and Muma. Maybe a little bit of, what do you call it, rivalry going on right there, Tanner. A little bit of bump. Kyle Wellman gave 98, probably not too happy. I don't think that was the caution. Let's go back to this incident. 66, 79. Oh, the 15 of Metler up there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Let's take a look at that one more time. So Metler goes in hard, checks up, and the 22 looks like he doesn't have really anywhere to go or much time to check up for that one.
Yeah, once Metler had to basically stand on the brakes right there, and the big checkup was I think Metler drove it in a little too hard, right? And then almost got in the back of that guy in front of him. And then had to lock it down, and
just all downhill from there.
Yeah, just domino effect at that point.
Well, we're lap 97 of 125, ladies and gentlemen, back under the caution flag. We're going to go ahead and shout out them sponsors one more time. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back live. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, fire them off one more time. Brian Zimmerman fires them off. We're back under green. 25 laps to go.
Look at the launch. The 28 gets 52. I think it's the 52 comes down of Jason Day. So your top two guys sorted out. Oh, Danik and Dave, though, that's your two battling for the points championship. I came into tonight P3, but obviously, if I'm up in the booth, not on the track, we're leaving some points out there, right? We had an expiring motor, couldn't get the car to go back, fire back up. So we decided to join you. And these guys up front, they are really battling it out. Top 3, top 4, top 5 now, single filed out.
And if you notice, Tanner, I don't know how much you saw in the race earlier, but this battle here, basically for the championship right now, these guys have not given an inch to each other. I mean, you see Day, he's been starting on the outside, just ran the fastest lap of the race too, I might add. But he starts on the outside, but he's getting a great launch every time and able to clear that 21 and that's going to be key for him. Every point is going to matter here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. When you're coming in with a 3-point deficit, every point matters. It didn't matter if you had a 30-point deficit. I came into tonight, I think, 16, 17 points. And, I mean, every point matters, right? These two right here going basically head-to-head almost. Yes, Zemmy's ahead of them. I mean, this matters. If O'Danick can get around Jason Day, that's huge points implications.
And if Day can go out and win this thing, and if O'Danick stays third, we might have a new points leader. Only 3 points behind. You know, I mean, this battle is very, very close. And I think it's going to stay close until the end of the season.
Absolutely. As the season is starting to wind down, so are the laps here, as Bonnie FIFO just gave us 20 laps to go in this race.
20 laps to go. Jason Day coming out of turn number 2, trying to get to the back bumper of Brian Zimmerman. But, hey, Tanner, let's talk about Brian Zimmerman. He's out there doing a really good job, keeping that Tour Modified clean, getting in that rhythm. He's not pulling away, but he's making it really hard for these guys to pass him.
He is. Zimmy, he's a short track ace. We call him Mr. Restrictor Plate. On the big tracks, he's good, but man, oh man, on these short tracks, he does not make mistakes. So you see he's driving that car right down to the yellow line. He's not giving these drivers a room to pass him, right? He's the preferred line's the bottom. If he stays on the bottom, it's going to be a chore for them to get around him.
18 laps to go. Jason Day is starting to catch up to Brian Zimmerman. I don't know. I think Day might be content with second. I don't think we'll see him use the bumper to try and get this win tonight. I think in his mind is the longevity, right? Like, he's going for that championship. He's happy with these points right now, as long as that 21's behind him.
I think you are exactly right. As long as the green and red 21 of O'Danick stays behind the 52, I think he's content. Once O'Danick gets up there, O'Danick's a long-run racer. He fires off good on the short run, but man, oh man, his talent really shows when these runs go 20, 30 laps. I think right now he's kind of just watching and observing, not letting the two guys in front of him get too far out. That 21, he will be a part of this story when this thing's over with tonight.
Something new, Tanner, on the old overlay that we can do. We can actually check lap times, compare them here. Let's see if I can bring it up here compared to Jason Day and Kyle O'Danick there. You see it. I mean, Day is just a little bit quicker. O'Danick, a couple of laps, he was a little bit faster, but Day's doing a good job out there just keeping his distance from that 21.
He absolutely is. That's what he needs. He needs to be comfortable, have that comfortable elbow room, as I call it, every week behind him. But I was in Discord chat with these guys all night. Zimmerman, Jason Day. Was not in there with O'Danick, but I can tell you Jason Day wants to win this race tonight. He might be content riding second, but I know he's really hungry to pick up that second win of the season.
Had a little bit of slip up there in 3 and 4. O'Danick almost took a peek to the inside coming off turn 4. I'm wondering if Day might be pushing a little bit harder, trying to win now with 13 laps to go.
And don't forget, 21 and 52, they're no strangers. They have been some sheet metal together this season. I'm not going to say they're rivalries, right, but they have tangled. We just saw Day almost get spun. Fortunate enough for him, from what I was hearing, he was able to retain his position. But, I mean, anything could happen here as we're getting close to the 10 lap to go mark, Sam.
Yeah,
it's getting
let's point
ready
this out.
to get intense.
How about Jason Raymond catching up to these guys?
Raymond, he was the fastest in practice at one time, so we know he has good short run speed. He fires off probably one of the quickest in the series. What can he do over these next 11 laps? He's got the speed, but does he have the track position?
He also has a little bit fresher tires than these guys out front, Tanner. He came down pit road right after all the leaders did. I don't want to say lap 53 because he had to come down and get some damage fixed, right? But it was right after the leaders did. We had another caution. It was, I'd say, about 5 to 8 laps on a set of tires. And, I mean, you see it. I think they're working right here because he's all over the back bumper of that number 28 of O'Danick.
You give it to the eye test. 44 looks like the fastest car on the track right now. He is driving right to the rear bumper of the 21. What that's allowing Jason Day to do is be a little more comfortable, right? Because the 21's having to look in his mirror, see what's happening behind him.
Yeah, and Brian Zimmerman and Jason Day are pulling away from O'Danick and Raymond. I don't know, man. I think if Raymond can get around O'Danick, he might be able to come up here and contend with this, but time's running out.
You know, everybody wants to be in that True Sim Productions booth, give that post-race interview to the top 3. I promise you, Raymond's thinking that right now. He wants to get in the top 3. Hey, a little slip-up by both drivers right there.
And that's been a problem for everybody all night, Tanner. I've been noticing it. They come off turn 4. It's almost like that suspension unloads, and they just get really loose. I mean, a couple of guys doing a great job holding on to it. But, yeah, I mean, was it loose out there tonight? You can confirm it for us.
It was tight loose, Sam. I just turned my mic down a little bit, so let us know in the chat if it's too loud, too quiet. I just had a feeling it was too loud. But, yeah, it's a little tight. You put a lot of will into it, and then before you know it, it's wanting to go around on you. And that wall, man, I don't know where they put that turn 2 and turn 4 wall, how it got so close, but everybody's hit it tonight. It just reached out and grabbed you.
So they're starting to space out just a little bit here. I mean, Zimmerman's keeping a decent gap today. Day's keeping a good gap to O'Danick, and O'Danick doing a good job holding off Raymond. And Flagman giving Zimmerman 5 laps to go.
Gave him the 05 to go, but I did see lap traffic starting to come out in the front windshield of Brian Zimmerman. Will there be a late race caution to flip this entire race on its lid?
These guys are going to have to make quick work of them. I mean, Jason Day could use one of these lap cars as a pick. You see Chris, who's that, Sawyer, I believe. Yeah, Chris Sawyer in the 66. He's in 15th right now. He goes way wide. Just letting these guys go, and I mean, that's respect out on the racetrack right there.
It's pure respect, buddy. Jeffrey Miller, Sawyer, all them guys, they don't have to do it. There's nowhere in the rulebook says they have to move over. All it says is they just need to be predictable, right? Well, that's about as predictable as it gets, and they just give you the lanes. So shout out to them guys right there. And right now, I mean, yeah, 3 laps to go, anything can happen. 2 laps to go past the flag stand. It's looking like it's all Zimmy out front.
All's Brian Zimmerman right now, but as Tanner just mentioned, anything could happen. Zimmerman just wants to see that white flag. 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway.
Sim Productions every Tuesday night, Sam, you calling the action. I hate when I get up in the booth with you because that means my night was ended prematurely. But we're white flag, baby.
White flag in the air. Final lap for Brian Zimmerman in the number 28. Can Jason Day make a move, or is he going to hold on to second place? Down the back straightaway for the final time and into turns 3 and 4. It looks like they're going to be comfortable where they're at. Brian Zimmerman's going to come off turn 4 and take home the win here at USA International Speedway.
All these guys. What a race, Sam. I'm going to go down and do my post-race inspections. Thank you for allowing me to come up here. This booth is nice, man. Newly renovated, nice chairs and everything. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem, man.
We'll get the top 3 up here and get to speak with him. Oh, Brian Zimmerman got him a race win. And also, didn't he win last night? Or no? Did he win last night?
No, Chris Carroll won last night.
Of course he did. Of course. All right, guys. Thank y'all for letting me come up here, Sam. Thank you for the great call. And hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
All right, Tanner. Thanks a lot for joining us. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You see Brian Zimmerman doing a few burnouts here tonight. He is your race winner. And you heard Tanner, he's going down to do post-race inspections. That being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, post-race interviews. Stick around.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
shut up and sit down.
All right, that's SavageEdge.com, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to go get yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt. We're back here, and we're getting ready to do post-race interviews. Go ahead and bring up our third-place finisher. That's the number 21 of Kyle O'Danick. Still a good points night, man, coming home in third. You come into tonight championship leader. Not sure what the points are going to look like after tonight. How are you feeling with this championship battle heating up? Only 3 races left.
I'm having a lot of fun with it, that's for sure. And it always seems like Day and I are racing against each other at some point in the races. So definitely adds another element to it. And I got into him there, and I hated that. And I think both of our lives flashed before our eyes. But glad he was able to gather it up. And I think someone got caught up. But yeah, I felt bad about that. And yeah, it was a good race. It was good fun.
Yeah, that was the next question I was going to ask you. Kind of walk me through what happened there. I mean, I was going insanely crazy in the booth with that. Probably one of the luckiest cautions ever on both your parts. I mean, you got Day straightened out. You stayed straight. Kind of walk me through what you saw out of the windshield of that Tour Modified.
Not much. I mean, he was right behind my air cleaner, so I couldn't really I was kind of just guessing where he was at. And it's the exits here. Like, you can just hook the exit so good and get a really good run. And it happened. And I just went into the back of him, I guess. I thought it was a little net code, but I went back and looked, and I don't think it was. But yeah, I got him spun, and I just slammed the brakes, thinking, oh, if someone gets hit, it'll be me. And luckily, I was able to get him straight.
Yeah, like I said, man, that was probably one of the luckiest cautions on both your parts. But hey, coming home in third place tonight, another great points night. I think you might maintain the points lead. You were 3 points above coming in the night. Who you got to shout out on that number 21 making this all happen?
Yeah, props that cash on the car. Always using them for all sports betting. Got to thank my dad, my family for watching. They're always watching. Makes it even more fun to go and try to put on the show for them. And Tanner and you guys, Sam, and TSP for putting this on. I know sometimes it's not a lot of fun and it's rough, but you know, we have a lot of fun to come and doing it. And I didn't have a lot of fun last week, but I made up for it this week. And yeah, thank you guys for giving us a place to come and do this.
All right, man. Congratulations on that third place finish. Championship battle heating up. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Sam.
That was your third place finisher, Kyle O'Danick. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that championship battle is just heating up. And we got to talk to the next person who's involved in that championship battle. That would be the driver of the number 52, Jason Day, coming home in second place tonight. First question I got to ask you, Jason, is did you think you had something for Zimmerman, or were you content sitting in second place knowing the 21 was behind you?
I thought I might have had something for him. Like, I felt like I was a little faster at one point, but then I didn't want to take a chance. I don't think I had anything from the last 10. I was quite content to stay there, and I felt like if I made a move, I probably opened the door up to get Kyle right behind me, like to get in, and I didn't want to risk it. You know, Kyle and I are only separated by 3 points, so, you know, I gained 1 on him tonight, I guess. So I don't know how many I gained, maybe 1, whatever it is, 1 position. But yeah, I just was content to stay there. Zimmy helped me out a little bit on the restart, so, you know, it gave me some room to be able to get back into position. So, you know, I'm lucky to even be where I'm at after getting spun. Not on purpose, I don't think, but getting spun and able to save it. So, you know, I'm all in all, good night heading into the last 3 races.
That's what I was going to ask you next. Coming home in second here tonight, does that give your team a little bit more momentum here going into these next 3 races and knowing how close this championship battle is?
I think so. I've been running pretty well lately in all the cars lately, so I feel like I feel like getting back in it again. Like I always, I'm away most of the summers and stuff, and I don't lose my touch a little bit, and then I get back in the winter and I feel like I'm getting it back a little bit. Been having some decent runs in some other cars, so just had some bad luck last week, so I got some luck back this week, so feel like we're pretty good. But Kyle's just so consistent every week. I don't know, it's going to be a tough battle.
All right, man. Hey, Second place again. Good points night for you. Good momentum heading into these last 3 races. Who we got to shout out on that number 52?
Well, of course, thank you with TSB and you and Tanner for always doing a great job in the broadcast. You do a phenomenal job every time. You catch all the action. Always have good point of view. Thanks to Crooked Line for putting on another great series. I've been with them for all 8 seasons or whatever now, and it's been great every year. It gets better. The competition gets better every year. Thanks to all my teammates at Five Kings. Thanks to Zimmy for helping me out and getting me in line tonight. And all our sponsors, MF Design, Savage Edge Apparel, Maconi Setup Shop, The Butt Kicker, Res Energy, BAM Racing Videos, and thanks to LA Paints for painting my new modified tonight with a Junction Orchard cider paint job.
All right, man. Well, hey, take this momentum and see if you can't go win a championship here in 3 weeks. Congratulations on second place. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
That was your second place finisher, Jason Day, in the number 52. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, when they came into this race tonight, only 3 points behind our championship leader, Kyle O'Danick. So this battle, you don't want to miss a thing. Tune in for the next 3 weeks here, Tuesday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern time, and check out this battle for this championship. But we got to talk to the man of the hour, and I'm moving on down pit road here because I can see him down there. He's climbing out of that Tour Modified right now here in Victory Lane is Brian Zimmerman in the number 28. And Brian, you take home a win last week in the Super Lates, take home a win this week in the Tour Modifieds. How we feeling, first of all?
I'm feeling a lot better. Feel like I'm getting back in the groove a little bit. Had some rough luck in these leagues earlier in the season, but here towards the end, starting to put it together. So feel pretty good about it. Anytime you come out and you can beat Jason Day and O'Danick in these cars, you've done something, because those guys are super fast, super clean drivers. Always fun to race with them. But yeah, feels good to get a win finally.
So did you feel like you might have had a little bit better of a shot once you actually got out in the lead, got out into that clean air? I mean, was the car handling a little bit different for you? Because it looked like you'd get out in front and you really wouldn't pull away, but you'd maintain, right? So like, Was it rhythm? What, kind of walk me through it.
Yeah, this track, I've always loved USA. It's a great track. It's a rhythm track. You get out front, you just kind of maintain. You're not really interested in pulling out a second or second half lead just to have it evaporated the next caution. You don't want to use your stuff up. You want to get out there 3/10, 4/10, and just kind of maintain. And if you can do that, you can save your rights, save your tires, and then have something at the end. Because you never know what those guys like Jason Day and O'Danick, they're so good at saving tires. You don't want to get out there and burn your stuff up, and then next caution come out, you've used your tires up and they've saved. So when you've got a lead like that, you're really just trying to maintain. You're not trying to walk the field.
Well, hey, man, you come home with a win tonight. Were you worried at all that Jason Day was going to get to you there at the end? I mean, he was getting closer, but like I said, it looked like he did really good maintaining here tonight.
Anytime you got Jason Day and O'Danick behind you, you're always racing in the mirror, because you know those guys are super fast, and you're always waiting them to, you're going 89, 90%. You're waiting on that last 10%. Luckily tonight we had enough speed to stay out there, but yeah, anytime those guys are behind you, you better be moving, because they're fast.
Well, hey, man, coming home with a win here tonight, who you got to thank on the number 28?
Well, I thank those guys at Pit Lizard we run with, and I think I've been running with Five Kings guys too. Been a lot of fun running with them, and I'd like to thank you, of course, for doing the broadcast, and I'd like to thank everybody that's watching. I got my sister Samantha, my brother-in-law Andrew, and Brody. Like I said the other night on the broadcast, got Brody's big birthday coming up Saturday, so looking forward to coming up and seeing them. They live up north of us, so we'll get to drive up and see them Saturday. Looking forward to that. Of course, my wife, love her, appreciate her letting me do all this racing.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on taking home the win tonight. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it, buddy. Have a good week.
That was your race winner, Brian Zimmerman, ladies and gentlemen, and that's going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions for the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. That championship battle, man, it's just getting closer and closer. Tune in to the next 3 weeks, the last 3 races of this series. I promise you it's going to be a good one. Let me go ahead and get your race results up on the screen here. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Zimmerman taking home the win. Jason Day second. Kyle O'Danick third. That championship battle heating up. I hope to see everybody who is here tonight back again next Tuesday night. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here and get ready for the rest of the week here on True Sim Productions. And I, again, thank everybody for coming out, watching, all the thumbs up, all the subscriptions. We greatly appreciate it. Go to SavageEdge.com, get yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt. Go to Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. That's the music that's playing right now. You can go check out Josh's music video and give it a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting out of here before I keep talking too much. Y'all have a good evening. We'll see you in the next one.